Most people have a story. Other people must make theirs, and many others are ending their story. I'm here to tell you my story on 2B2T and what I stand for. Well, it all began in early April 2013 between the Face Punch Decay era and the Valkyrian era, which was a very hard time to be on 2B2T. I was one of the lucky ones to escape spawn. It took me 2 tries and no help, as I did not trust anyone yet on 2B2T. I ran as long as I could, then I had to walk for what seemed like ages, and then I approached a farm. With 4 hearts left and running so low on hunger, I was ready to quit. This farm was a small farm, but it had what I needed, food. And any food is good food on 2B2T. The farm looked deserted, but that is what almost everything looks like on 2B2T. So I stayed there for the least amount of time possible, afraid someone may come along, as I had no armor and merely a stone sword. As I went on, I found greater and greater things, and eventually found the needs of 2B2T. Armor, food, and golden apples. I played solo for almost my whole first year. Then I came across a guy named Vex Vortex, wandering around in the wild. I had much power over him at the time, but he did not want to die, so we made a deal. I became part of his alliance, the Blood Brune Tears. We were a small group of people. I'd say 4 or 5 of us usually played. These people were not the friendliest of people, but I needed them, and they needed me. I stayed with them for almost 3 months until Asgard was abandoned, which was a major power of the time. The others planned to go invoke at the battle at spawn, and I decided to leave them. Most of them were fine, but it was not with all of them. So I said I'd stay. But this was true for a few hours. Then I snuck out in the middle of the night. I ran around for about 25,000 blocks, and there I encountered my first big task. I ran into the largest ocean currently recorded on 2B2T at the time. It was almost 25,000 blocks in all directions, so I decided to try my hand at redstone flight. Many records of flight had been set on 2B2T, as in flying over spawn, across the nether, but no one yet had flown that far. So I set off on my journey across the vast ocean. Much time later, I finally made it across. Yet, I had fallen asleep at the computer. So in total, I flew just under 75,000 blocks, the record for the server at the time. Once I landed and arrived, I decided to set up a base. It was not much of a base, but it was good for then. Around the time of my Minecraft journey, Minecraft exploded in popularity, but 2B2T, luckily, did not. If anything, it suffered because many people left for other servers, and so did I. Now this brings us to early 2016. I rejoined for the first time in around a year, and it had changed so much. But there were still many friendly faces, but I stayed solo as long as I could. Then, the Rushers invaded. I had been a fan of Rusher for almost a year by then, but I was excited when he released a 2B2T video, and I watched it. It was good, but then I went to the server, and it was not. I was almost disappointed in what happened to the server. In fact, I was almost sad at what happened. Now, all this leads to this: the Rushers and the veterans at war. And there are many opinions on this war, and my opinion is, if you are friendly to me, I'll be friendly to you. But watch your back, because I'll be watching mine, and if you threaten me, I'll be coming for you, as I am a veteran, and veterans will never die.